Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Test Pack Please Ignore 2. So at the end of my last episode, I had been doing my little setup in terms of the automation of my refined iron, so that is all working smoothly. It's just running through the system at the moment. How much have we got in here right now? So we've got 297, so any second now this should shut off and the whole thing should then just shut down. And it won't export any iron until we start using some refined iron. So we're about to hit 300. And if we give it a second. Give it a second. Come on. There we go. It's hit 300. So let's see if this is working. So level emitter light has come on. Let's see if this keeps exporting iron. Which it is not. So yeah, as you can see, it's down to 63. So another 64 will now go in there because it will just keep exporting it. Even when it ticks up to 300, it will basically then process all the iron that's already in there, but it won't put any more in there. So we should keep around about 364 in there any one time. That's what it's going to maintain, roughly. Okay, so sorry if my voice sounds a bit funny. I've got some killer ulcers all around my mouth, and it's making talking rather tricky, especially talking constantly for like 20-30 minutes like I do for my Minecraft videos. So yeah, what do we want to do on this episode? So I am thinking I want to try and tackle some auto crafting. So we're going to need a few things for this. It's a bit different to the old AE1 auto crafting, in which you just needed to construct the kind of the molecular assembly chamber and throw some patterns in. It's a bit more complicated now. So the first things first, we are going to need a molecular assembler. So this is what we're going to need. So one molecular assembler. So we need a formation and annihilation core, some quartz glass, crafting table, and some iron ingots. Now I think I already have some of these in place. I do. Excellent. So may as well grab a couple, as we probably want at least a couple in future. And we're also going to need some ME interfaces. So we're going to need several of these. We're going to need these ones in particular. So we need to craft up these ones first, which, oh yeah, we need some more formation cores. So if we make a couple of them, and we need a couple of the annihilation cores. There we go. So let's create some ME interfaces. Whoops-a-daisy. So if we create, I don't know, 4 of these, there we go, and then craft them all into ME interfaces like so. Perfect. Right, so in terms of actually what this is going to look like, so do I have any quartz fiber cable, or do I need to make some more of that? Let me go to quartz fiber cable. No, that's quartz fiber, which we then need to make into ME glass cable. That's what I'm looking for. ME glass cable. Right. Let's make some of this. So, like I said, we need the ME quartz cable first. So we'll make like 12 of you, then turn you into ME glass fiber. Perfect. We've got plenty of that now, which is what we want. Okay, so if we destroy that torch for a second, put it down, say, there instead. Bring our glass fiber cable out. So what I actually want to do, can I find some ME conduit first, just so I know how many channels I'm using up? So, conduit. Not dense, I just want bog standard ME conduit for now. So if we bring you out this way, there we go. Just want to see how many, basically want to see how many channels I'm using from like coming out of this way. So if we go for glass fiber cable, right, so we're going to need to plonk down, for example, will that connect up? There we go, that will connect up. So our molecular assembler is now online. So this is basically where everything is going to be crafted. This is where the recipe goes. So to actually make a recipe, we're going to need to make some blank patterns. Okay, so these are simply just quartz, iron, and glowstone, and some quartz glass, so fairly straightforward. There we go. So make, I don't know, 5 patterns, because that's all the quartz glass we've got. And then I'm assuming we need some kind of pattern provider or something like that. No, do we need a pattern terminal? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's pattern storage. Let me go to applied energistics. Let's have a quick look around. So I'm looking for something which would make the pattern. Or do I need the pattern terminal? I might just need the pattern terminal. I think that might be it. Just want to make sure before making something that I don't actually need. So if that is the correct thing, then which is looking it might be. So let's just go back to pattern. We'll try crafting that. If it's not the right thing, I will go and look it up real quick. So let's make ourselves a pattern terminal. So we need an ME crafting terminal. So can I make one of them? Is that right? What am I looking for? Oh no, I need formation annihilation cores, don't I? So drop you in. And then you. And then we need to make you. And we also accidentally dropped the blank patterns in there, which is a bit silly of me. There we go. Yeah, pattern terminal. So I think we need to make, that's not quite right. So we need the crafting table. Make a couple of them because we might need another one later on. There we go, one crafting terminal, and then finally one pattern terminal. What are we missing? Engineering processor, which I believe is diamond. Yes, it is diamond. So let me grab a couple of diamonds. Make some engineering presses. So if we go over to ME construction, like I said, I think at some point I'm going to automate this with similar to how I've done this thing. So I'll do it with this, but then have several ME import. So I'll have several import buses all going around this particular chest here. So what I could probably do is just have like one on the side, one on the top, one there with level emitters basically determining how many of these circuits I have in the system. There we go, got a few of the engineering processes now. Excellent. So yeah, have like export buses with so keep a certain amount of redstone, silicon, and yeah, redstone and silicon will be one thing. So I probably want to put in like, I don't know, maintain a certain amount in there or something like that. So see how that goes, or maintain a certain amount of printed silicon in the system, and then have it kind of exporting certain things when just to maintain the levels of these in the system. So I'm sure I'll think of a way of doing it at some point. I can't really think of how I'm going to do it right now, but I'm sure I'll do it at some point. So let's put those engineering processes away, and then we should be able to make the pattern terminal, which apparently we have now just got an achievement for. So can I put you down there, for example? There we go. Okay, yeah, so this is exactly what I want to do. So the pattern terminal, I want to put in there. So what do I want to auto-craft? What do I use a lot of, which I would want to kind of do in future? So let's do, I know, a good example. So formation core, for example. We want this. So if I do that, so yeah, so pure Certus quartz, Fluix dust, and logic processor would make a formation core. So if I encode the pattern, there we go. That's made the pattern. And we may as well do the annihilation core. I'm saying it like that because that's how it's spelt in my mind. So nether quartz, Fluix dust, logic processor, encode pattern. Excellent. So that's some patterns encoded. So now what we want to do is tell, so we can either just put the individual pattern in here, which would then make it. So let me have a quick look at formation core. Now, if I go to craftable, no, that's not working. So I want to make sure that's still on stored craftable. So that isn't oh, is that? So I can't craft it like so. Let me take that out though, because what I think I need to do is put down an ME interface on top like that, and then we'll also grab some cable. So how many channels are we using now? Apparently no channel still, which is rather bizarre, but hey ho. So what we can actually do is put the patterns in here instead. So we can, instead of just having one pattern in the molecular assembler, we can have multiple ones. So we can have like multiple ME interfaces on all sides of this thing and actually have lots and lots of patterns all going into a very similar molecular assembler. But the molecular assembler can only do one thing at a time. So if you're kind of planning on doing something with multiple things at once, you will need multiple molecular assembler chambers. So it's kind of like swings and roundabouts. Do you have one chamber or one molecular assembler which deals with lots of things which might not be doing which might be crafting at the same time, or do you have like lots of assemblers which you know will be doing multiple of the same thing every time? So you can basically use it to, it's quite versatile, put it that way. Now, I've got the encoded patterns in there. Let me just have a quick look around. So interface terminal, don't need that. Priority, blocking mode, I think I can ignore all that. All seems way more advanced than what I'm used to. So let's go to, can I go to core? There we go. So can I go to craftable? There we go. So now they're crafting. So now they are craftable. Excellent. They are in the system. Perfect. So we're good to go. But we can't actually craft one of these yet. Say for example, we want to do a formation core. If we do crafting, so no crafting CPUs are available. So there we go. So basically it's telling us that we need to craft 2 formation cores. It requires 1 Fluix dust, 1 pure Certus quartz, and 1 logic processor. But it won't do anything right now because I found that really weird. So basically what we need to do next is for it to actually be able to auto craft, we need some crafting CPU. Is that right? Crafting, yeah, we need one of these. So crafting units. Crafting monitor, no, so we need certain amounts of crafting storage. So this is what we need to do next. So let's start off with, so as you can see here, we've got like 1K, 4K, 16K, and 64K. Do I need this crafting? I'm not entirely sure what. I think I need to make several of these crafting units, however, so let's get going with that first. So let me make, so that was all out. Was it more cables that I needed? No, it's not. What do I need for that crafting unit? It's, oh, calculation processors. So if we go to Certus quartz, can I just try something? I really want to have a quick look at the, what was it, the formation core? The formation core. So what I want to do is if I shift right click that, I want to go back to formation core. Let me have a quick look at this. So if we shift click that, I don't want pure Certus quartz. I just want Certus quartz because I've got a lot more of that, and I don't. Oh God's sake! Clear that. Let's try that again. So formation core. There we go. And then let's try it with just ordinary Certus quartz. There we go. So that's still working, which is what I want to do. Because I don't want it using pure Certus quartz every time. Let me put you away. Right. So where were we? So let's clear you out. ME cable can go away, as can the ME conduit. So we want to go back to, what was it, crafting. So we need the crafting unit. Right, so we need more of these calculation processors. So I want some of my pure Certus quartz. We'll get 10 of them. Let's go back to the ME construction. Yeah, I also need to figure out a way of automating the production of like the pure quartz and the Fluix. Fluix is a bit more straightforward, as that just requires keep level emitter on here, basically telling an import bus to only put in redstone, charged Certus quartz, and redstone, charged Certus quartz, and nether quartz to maintain, say for example, 64 Fluix in the system. But the real challenge is going to be coming up with a way to maintain a certain amount of what's the word I'm looking for? A certain amount of, my brain's gone totally fuzzy here. Yeah, a certain amount of the pure ones in the system. So you need to come up with a way of so maintaining a certain amount of the pulverized ones. So the quartz dust is fairly straightforward. So if we go to quartz dust, so in terms of maintaining this will just require me to go to a, that's the wrong thing there. Sticking an export bus on, say for example, my pulverizer and saying maintain 64 quartz dust in the system. That's fairly straightforward. You've then got to somehow tell it to then craft that automatically into what's what I'm looking for? Craft that automatically into, my brain's gone fuzzy. Unless you can say for example, if I put down like the ME interface and actually had the recipe for brain's gone fuzzy here. The recipe for, my brain's gone really weird here. The recipe for the seeds. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. My brain's starting to work. So yeah, if you kept the recipe for the seeds in one of these ME interfaces and then possibly had a, what's what I'm looking for? Level emitter on that ME interface, could you then tell that to maintain with a crafting thing? So only export the crafted recipe into the chest if there's like only so much in the system. I'm thinking that might work. I don't know if that would work, but let me just grab all of them. Let's drop you into here. So yeah, that's just me theory crafting how you would maintain the pure version. So if, say for example you wanted to maintain 64 of the pure Certus quartz, you'd have to have like a really convoluted system maintaining everything. So that's something for me to think about down the line. It might be something for me to play around with on an episode, kind of like have a fart around, see if I can figure that out. But I'll have a figure out, maybe have a go on creative as well, see if I can get it working there before trying to translate it across. But I digress. So we're doing the crafting stuff, aren't we? So we need to make another one of these crafting units, because what I probably want to make, can I make 4K crafting storage? So okay, so I need a 4K, so I need 1, 2, 3 of you, although what have I run out of there? Let me double check. So we're going to go back to 4K crafting. Oh, charge Certus quartz. Right, okay, so grab you. So yeah, this is going to be fairly easy to maintain as well in terms of the charge Certus quartz, because again, I just put an export bus on top of that hopper with a level emitter saying only export Certus quartz when there's like less than X amount of charge Certus quartz in the system. So where was I? So I want to go back to 4K. So we need to make one more of you, and then where was 4K? There it is. Make one of you. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, charged quartz glass. There we go. So just make a few of you, because we can use. Oh no, it's just ordinary glass. I was hoping you might be able to use quite clear glass, but I'm not sure if that worked or not. So 4K crafting storage. That didn't work because I need to finish off making the. There we go. 4K storage, and then. Boom, 4K crafting storage, excellent. So this needs to go down somewhere around here so we can add it into the system. So 4K of crafting storage. Now, where was our craft? Do I need to make a crafting monitor? I think I might do. So let me make a crafting terminal. Was that it? Or was this a crafting terminal? No, that was a pattern terminal. So now I want a crafting terminal. So let me make one of these, illuminated panel. So then we need to make one of you, and then crafting terminal, one of you. Perfect. It's another thing for us. So let me put you down there. Oh no, that's completely the wrong thing. I do not want a crafting terminal. I will want one of them for later on, but that's just one of them. So what do I want? Not an arcane crafting terminal. Let me have a look for. I want to see the different types of terminals. So we've got crafting terminal, interface terminal, pattern terminal, terminal. Okay, that's not anything that I want. So, yeah, maybe it's just on here. How the hell do I get into what I'm auto-crafting then? I don't know. That's really weird. Okay, I have no idea how I figure out what I'm crafting right now. But let's try this again. So, let's go back to formation cores. So, we'll try that. So, let's try crafting 2 of them. So we got available 1, crafting CPU automatic, right? So it does now have a crafting CPU, which is cool. So we need Fluix dust, logic processor, Certus quartz crystal, formation cores start. There we go, 2. Excellent. So that whole system is now working. Excellent. So that was really quick. I like it. So that's our crafting storage. So basically the higher levels of these that you make, the faster the whole thing goes. This has got like 4,000. That's how we get the crafting status. It's just on the crafting storage. It's pretty cool. So that was fairly quick. I wonder if we can make annihilation cores as well. So annihilation cores. So 2. So start. Wow, that is like really quick. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed by how fast that is. Cool. So that is auto crafting at its simplest. So the more I realised, so what I'm probably going to start to do now I've got this set up, I can actually start adding more and more kind of auto craftable things in. So say for example, I think another thing that I'd probably want to auto craft would be like steel casings for a mechanism or something like that maybe. Also, I know another thing I can put in. I would like to make, if we go over to here, if we go to conduit, let's get the enhanced energy conduits like so. If we encode you, so you drop that into here. There we go. So I would like some conduits. So I want some more of these anyway. So if we go to stored craftable, there we go. We want to make 64. So everything's available. I like this, the fact that it actually tells you that what you need for it is actually available. That's pretty cool. So if we hit start, you can actually see it making in here. Wow, look how fast that goes. That is incredible. That is incredibly fast. That is much faster than the old auto crafting used to be. So if we go back to stored, go to conduit. There we go. We've got 65 enhanced energy conduits in place. That is pretty sweet. I like that a lot. I like the auto crafting. I like the new AE2 auto crafting. The fact what they've done, like this whole kind of like new setup that you need, this is really, really sweet. It just seems to be working really, really well. Like once you get it, like AE2 is definitely more complicated to get into, but once you've got the basics underway, it is certainly more powerful than the old AE1 used to be. That auto crafting was incredible. I like that a lot. That was insane how fast that was going, and you can upgrade it as well. Like if we go to card, what else have we got? So capacity card doesn't work on that one. Crafting card, nope, that doesn't work. I'm looking for acceleration card. Is that molecular assembly? Yeah, so you could put these acceleration cards into here, which I'm assuming would probably speed up the auto crafting as well. So you've got these acceleration cards which you make with an advanced card, which is just calculation processors, some diamonds and some iron. Combine that with a pure fluix crystal, or just a fluix crystal, doesn't matter if it's pure or not, and you get an acceleration card, which I'm assuming would probably speed up processes as well. But by the looks of things, that's pretty insanely fast. I'm dead impressed. So this is definitely going to come in handy when hopefully Greg Tech is added to the pack eventually, and all the other auto craftable things that we want. So yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. So I'm probably going to leave the episode here for now. Nice short and sweet one, basically showing off how the auto crafting works in the new version of AE2. So as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.